In every household, there exists a bond that holds immense power, a bond capable of bringing profound peace or devastating pain, the bond of marriage. Two individuals who were once strangers come together, united under the divine plan of Allah to love, support, and cherish one another throughout their lives until death separates them. However, what transpires when this sacred connection spirals into recurring suffering? What happens when a wife's attitude and behavior become the very forces that disrupt the tranquility of their home? Assalamu alaikum, dear viewers. How are you today? Welcome to the path of peace. In the name of Allah, the most gracious, the most merciful, let us reflect on the profound blessing that marriage is within our lives, as ordained by Allah. It is a relationship rooted in trust, compassion, and mutual mercy, carefully designed to foster calmness in our hearts and harmony in our homes. The Quran beautifully states, "And among his signs is that he created for you spouses from among yourselves so that you may find tranquility in them, and he placed between you affection and mercy." Surah Ar-Rum 30-21. This verse serves as a powerful reminder that marriage is intended to be a sanctuary of peace. Yet, when the essential elements of love, mercy, and respect begin to diminish, what was once a refuge can morph into a source of torment. Today, we delve into an uncomfortable yet crucial topic, recognizing the traits of an unwise and neglectful wife whose actions undermine the peace of her home, and understanding the circumstances under which separation may become necessary. Before we proceed, if this is your first time watching our video, I encourage you to subscribe and activate the notification bell so you never miss any future Islamic reminders. Also, feel free to write your name in the comments to be included in our gatherings of Durud Sharif, inshallah. A wise and righteous wife is the light that brightens her home. Her presence cultivates comfort, warmth, and spiritual growth. Conversely, when a woman lacks wisdom, humility, and piety, chaos can easily take root. It is essential to choose a spouse with care. The Prophet Muhammad emphasized, "A woman is married for four things: her wealth, her lineage, her beauty, and her religion. Choose the one who is religious. May your hands be rubbed with dust," meaning may you prosper. Sahih al-Bukhari. However, if after marriage, a wife's true character becomes unbearable, if her behavior disrupts peace and dismantles family bonds, Allah has provided divorce as a last resort. While it is a step to be approached with caution in cases where the home has been transformed into a battleground, divorce may serve as a mercy rather than an act of cruelty. 1. She disrespects her husband. The foremost and most alarming sign of concern is a lack of respect towards her husband. Such a woman fails to value his presence, efforts, and emotions. She perceives him merely as a provider, someone whose worth is limited to his financial contributions. The Prophet stated, "If I were to command anyone to prostrate before another person, I would have commanded the wife to prostrate before her husband because of the greatness of his right upon her." Sunan al-Tirmidhi. This principle does not advocate for blind obedience or servitude, but rather demands respect, appreciation, and gratitude. When a husband feels like a stranger in his own home, he inevitably loses his peace and affection for that space. 2. She disrespects his parents. Another significant warning sign is how she treats her husband's parents. An unwise wife tends to view her in-laws as adversaries instead of family. This creates division as she argues and distances herself from them. The Prophet highlighted the importance of maintaining kind relationships with one's parents and relatives, and a wise wife diligently works to strengthen her husband's family connections rather than severing them. Respecting her husband's parents is vital, as it fosters harmony and reinforces love within the marriage. 3. She holds disdain for his relatives. An ignorant wife often isolates herself from her husband's family and expresses disdain toward them. Instead of fostering unity, she builds emotional walls that create rifts. A wise woman strives to integrate herself into the family dynamic, understanding that forging connections requires humility, patience, and kindness. 4. She neglects her home and children. The Prophet Muhammad taught us, "Each of you is a shepherd, and each of you is responsible for his flock." Sahih al-Bukhari. A mother's nurturing environment is a child's first school. When a wife neglects her duties towards her children and home, she falters in fulfilling her foundational responsibilities. The household becomes chaotic, meals irregular, and children undisciplined. Such negligence siphons away the peace that a harmonious home should provide, leading to frustration for both husband and children. Point 5. She lacks organization and time management. A disorganized wife fails to maintain a schedule, leading her family to become unstructured and chaotic. Her husband leaves for work feeling frustrated and returns to a disordered home. The Prophet emphasized the importance of cleanliness and discipline, stating that cleanliness is half of faith. A wife who possesses a sense of order cultivates an atmosphere of faith and peace in her home. 6. Her words are unkind. The power of speech can either heal or wound. A reckless wife often indulges in arguments over trivial matters, raises her voice, and employs hurtful language. Lacking the wisdom to discern when to refrain from speaking, she risks damaging the marital bond. The Prophet said, "The most complete of the believers in faith are those with the best character." Sunan Abu Dawud. When negative words permeate the home, love fades. A wise woman knows how to manage her emotions and understands that silence at times can preserve the peace and dignity of her marriage. Point 7. She ignores her husband's needs. Imagine a husband, weary and hungry after a long day, coming home to find an indifferent welcome. A lack of warmth or interest in his well-being can deeply wound him. The Prophet encouraged wives to warmly greet their husbands and take care of their needs. Simple gestures like a warm meal, a smile, or kind words can transform the atmosphere of a home. 8. She shares his shortcomings. A harmful sign of an unwise wife is when she discusses her husband's weaknesses and private matters with others, betraying the trust that is integral to their relationship. The Prophet warned, "Among the worst people in the sight of Allah on the day of resurrection will be a man who goes to his wife and she to him, and then they spread each other's secrets." Sahih Muslim. When trust is undermined and privacy is violated, the marriage becomes vulnerable. A wise woman prioritizes her husband's dignity, focusing on his positives while working discreetly to correct any flaws. Dear sisters, these signs are not intended to shame, but rather to illuminate the path to improvement. Allah has bestowed upon women a powerful role within their families. A wife holds the potential to either build or destroy the very fabric of her household. Her character, patience, and piety can transform her home into a haven of tranquility. Take a moment for reflection. Are you truly embodying your role as a source of peace? Do you communicate with kindness? Do you honor your husband while nurturing your children with love and discipline? If you recognize any of these shortcomings within yourself, remember it's never too late to change. Seek forgiveness, pray for guidance, and strive for improvement each day. Allah loves those who return to Him sincerely. Every woman possesses the strength to rebuild her home through patience, humility, and awareness of Allah. Taqwa. Dear brothers, while Islam permits divorce under certain circumstances, it is crucial to acknowledge that it is the most disliked of all permissible actions. The Prophet remarked, "The most hated of permissible things to Allah is divorce." Sunan Abu Dawud. Before choosing to end a marriage, make concerted efforts to reconcile. Kindly advise your wife, pray together, and if needed, seek the assistance of trusted elders. Divorce ought to be the last resort when all avenues of understanding have been exhausted. A broken family leaves emotional scars, particularly on children. Thus, let your choices be guided by mercy, not anger. Forgive when possible, knowing that Allah rewards those who exhibit patience. In conclusion, beloved brothers and sisters, let us remember that a peaceful home is built upon faith, respect, and compassion. A husband's duty is to lead with justice and love, while a wife's role is to nurture with wisdom and care. When both partners wholeheartedly fulfill their responsibilities, Allah showers their home with blessings, barakah. The Prophet Muhammad wisely declared, "The best among you are those who are best to their wives." Sunan Ibn Majah. Let this be our aspiration, to cultivate homes that reflect mercy rather than pride, love instead of conflict, and faith instead of arrogance. May Allah bless every marriage with tranquility, guide our sisters towards wisdom and patience, and grant our brothers the strength to lead with compassion. May every heart in distress find healing, and may every troubled home be restored to peace. Ameen. Please subscribe to our channel and activate the bell icon to remain updated with more enriching Islamic content. Like, share, and comment to support our efforts to spread this important message.